Raised in a humble household, Elvis Presley found solace in the love provided by his parents. His family frequently relocated during his childhood, yet his mother's protection never wavered. Despite her efforts, young Elvis became an introvert, lacking friends due to constant moves. However, his distinct charm drew unwanted attention from bullies. Growing up, the music artist grappled with shyness amidst financial struggles, all before leaving an unforgettable mark on the industry. Delve into how these early experiences shaped the man behind the legend. In the winter of 1935, amidst the harsh realities of America's Great Depression, Elvis Aaron Presley entered the world. His arrival was both a moment of joy and sorrow for his parents, Gladys and Vernon Presley, as they welcomed him into their lives while mourning the loss of his twin brother, Jesse Garon, who was stillborn. This tragic event would shape young Elvis's life in ways none could predict. His mother, overwhelmed by grief and fear, became fiercely protective of her remaining child. As a result, she showered Elvis with love and attention, creating a bond so strong it lasted throughout their lives. However, this intense attachment also led to strict boundaries and limitations, which may have contributed to shaping Elvis's unique personality. Despite these challenges, Elvis grew up surrounded by music, gospel, blues, and country, nurtured by his family and community in Tupelo, Mississippi. These early influences played a crucial role in forming the sound that eventually catapulted the music artist to international fame. While the nation struggled through difficult times, Elvis found solace in song, unknowingly providing hope and inspiration to millions around the globe in the years to come, and thus began the journey of one of America's most beloved musical figures. Elvis Presley, one of the most famous musicians of all time, grew up without his twin brother. His brother was stillborn, leaving Elvis as a singleton. This experience deeply affected Elvis, making him more introverted than he might have been otherwise. His mother, trying to protect him, sheltered him from many things. As a student at Humes High School, Elvis felt overwhelmed by the large number of students, around 1,600. One day, unable to handle the pressure, he dashed back home. This incident highlights how being a twinless twin impacted Elvis throughout his life. Despite these challenges, Elvis went on to become a successful musician and actor. His charismatic performances and unique sound captivated audiences worldwide. However, few people know about the profound impact of losing his twin brother had on him. In the depths of poverty, Elvis Presley entered the world. His arrival was facilitated by a doctor whose services cost $15, a fee that strained the meager resources of his parents. They paid the doctor using welfare funds, a testament to their financial struggles. The Presleys' humble abode was a two-bedroom shotgun shack, which wasn't entirely built by them. Elvis's uncle, Vesta Presley, and grandfather, Jesse Presley, lent a hand in its construction. However, the size of the house belies the cramped conditions in which the family lived. Years later, Elvis himself would remark that his birthplace could fit comfortably in his living room at Graceland, his famous mansion. This observation underscores the stark contrast between his impoverished beginnings and his future success. The Presleys' poverty was so severe that they relied heavily on the kindness of others to raise Elvis. Fortunately, they were surrounded by clusters of family members and friends who were eager to help. These supportive communities played a crucial role in providing for the young musician during his formative years. In 1938, Elvis Presley and his family faced a significant setback when they lost their Tupelo shotgun shack. Unable to keep up with the home's repayment plan, they were forced to vacate the property due to unfortunate circumstances. Elvis's father, Vernon Presley, found himself in legal trouble after being accused of forgery in 1937. Together with his brother-in-law, Travis Smith, Vernon altered the figures on a check received from Orville S. Bean, a wealthy local man, for a hog transaction. Believing the animal was undervalued, Vernon sought to increase the payment, ultimately leading to their arrest. Vernon's incarceration left Gladys, Elvis's mother, with few options. They initially moved in with Jesse, Elvis's grandfather, residing in a slightly larger four-bedroom apartment adjacent to their old home. However, according to author Peter Guralnick, tension between Gladys and her father-in-law led her to seek refuge with her first cousin Frank Richards, partway through Vernon's sentence. This version of events differs somewhat from accounts provided by others, including biographer Alana Nash, who suggests that Gladys and Elvis may have continued living with Jesse throughout the entire period. Regardless of where exactly they resided, life was challenging for both Gladys and young Elvis during those difficult times. Their financial struggles, combined with Vernon's imprisonment, took a toll on the family. Despite this, Gladys made sure to maintain contact between Elvis and his father, arranging regular visits to the penitentiary despite the emotional strain it caused. In 1939, Vernon Presley, father of future music legend Elvis Presley, was released early from prison. This unexpected turn of events came after members of their local community petitioned for his release. Despite being granted an early reprieve, Vernon's return didn't make life any easier. He immediately started working as a laborer to support his family. Due to financial struggles, they moved around frequently and never stayed in one place for long. Life remained challenging for the young Presleys during these early years. While many might think that Vernon's early release could have positively affected their lives, it proved otherwise. Their constant moving and lack of stability made things even more difficult for them. However, they managed to persevere through these hardships together. The story of Vernon Presley's early release provides insight into the humble beginnings of the man who would soon become one of the most iconic figures in American music, his son, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley's roots in the Assembly of God Church ran deep, shaping his upbringing and significantly influencing his career. As a child, he attended services regularly, absorbing the passionate sermons and lively gospel music that filled the halls. It was here, in this vibrant religious community, that Elvis first encountered music, a force that would soon come to define him. The Assembly of God Church held great significance for Elvis's parents, Vernon and Gladys Presley. They met and became a couple while attending services, bonded by their shared faith. After tying the knot, they continued to frequent the church, instilling in young Elvis a strong sense of devotion and commitment to their religious beliefs. As Elvis grew older, the impact of the church's musical traditions began to take root. Gospel music played a pivotal role in nurturing his love for singing and performing. Over time, these early experiences transformed into the electrifying stage presence that captivated audiences worldwide. From humble beginnings in a small church, Elvis's talent blossomed into something truly extraordinary. Throughout his life, the music artist never forgot his spiritual foundation. Even as his fame skyrocketed, he often returned to his roots, drawing inspiration from the powerful messages and soulful melodies that resonated within those sacred walls. Ultimately, the Assembly of God Church served as a critical catalyst in igniting the spark that led to the creation of one of history's most iconic figures. At the tender age of 4, Elvis Presley already had big dreams for his family's future. Overhearing his parents discuss bills, he reassured his mother by saying, "Don't you worry none, baby. When I grow up, I'm going to buy you a fine house and pay everything you owe at the grocery store. And I'll get 2 Cadillacs, one for you and Daddy and one for me." As he grew older, these aspirations remained constant. Despite being raised in modest surroundings, young Elvis aspired to uplift his loved ones from financial struggles through his passion for music. His determination was fueled by witnessing the hardships faced by his parents due to monetary constraints. He imagined purchasing a luxurious home for them, settling all outstanding debts, and surprising them with sleek vehicles they could call their own. These dreams reflected Elvis's genuine love for his family and his ambition to repay them for their unwavering support throughout his childhood. In 1941, Elvis Presley started his educational journey at the East Tupelo Consolidated School on Lake Street. His teachers found him to be a sweet and ordinary student, unaware that they were dealing with a future musical prodigy. At this stage in his life, Elvis was reserved and quiet due to his sheltered childhood. His parents tried to expand their family, but faced disappointment when Gladys had a miscarriage. This event made her even more determined to safeguard Elvis, who was now her sole offspring. Despite being introverted, Elvis displayed signs of his innate talent early on, often entertaining classmates by humming tunes during recess. However, he never performed in front of his teachers, keeping his abilities hidden from them. As time went on, Elvis continued to develop musically outside of school, while remaining dedicated to his studies until his graduation. In 1945, Elvis Presley and his parents made a significant change in their living situation. They moved into a more spacious house, which marked an upgrade for the family. Interestingly, it was Elvis's father, Vernon, who purchased the house. He bought it from Orville S. Bean, the same individual whose check Vernon had previously forged, leading to his imprisonment for forgery. This episode from the music artist's past adds a layer of intrigue to this otherwise routine event of moving into a larger home. The connection between these two men highlights a unique aspect of the music artist's early life. And so, even in seemingly ordinary events like changing residences, we find fascinating stories that contribute to understanding the lives of those we admire. After all, every detail matters when painting a picture of someone as influential as Elvis Presley. His story continues to resonate with many, serving as a testament to his lasting impact on the world of music. As time goes by, the interest surrounding him remains undiminished, inspiring future generations to delve deeper into the rich tapestry of his life and legacy. Who would have thought that a move to a bigger house could reveal so much? As Elvis Presley moved to a larger house, those close to him began to see glimpses of the music legend he would soon become. One day, during a seemingly ordinary day in 5th grade, Elvis's natural talent emerged unexpectedly. His homeroom teacher, Mistress Grimes, allowed students to share prayers for their class, and the young Elvis surprised everyone when he stood up to perform an emotional rendition of Old Shep. No one anticipated such power and grace from a child so young. Moved by his heartfelt delivery, Mistress Grimes revealed to another student, Elaine Dundee, just how deeply affected she was by Elvis's performance. According to her, Elvis sang so sweetly, leaving a lasting impression. Following the impromptu concert, Mistress Grimes introduced Elvis to the school principal, Mr. Cole. Once again, the budding star delivered a captivating version of Old Shep for his audience. This time, however, his incredible vocal range reached beyond the confines of the classroom, all the way to Mr. Cole's office down the hall. As a result of these performances, Principal Cole decided to enter Elvis into the Mississippi-Alabama Fair and Dairy Show competition. Despite competing against musicians far older than himself, Elvis managed to secure 5th place among the participants. Although short in stature, he fearlessly took control of the situation while performing on stage. Even when unable to reach the microphone, he remained undeterred, finding a solution by standing on a nearby chair. With unwavering confidence, he poured every bit of energy into his performance, earning recognition from both audiences and organizers alike. Following the eventful day at the fairgrounds, Elvis couldn't resist taking advantage of some thrilling amusement park attractions. Afterward, his worried mother, Gladys, chastised him for selecting what she deemed to be dangerous rides. Fortunately, escaping injury despite her fears, Elvis reassured his concerned mom that everything was fine. For Gladys, ensuring the safety of her beloved son remained paramount in her mind. Thus, regardless of potential risks, she never hesitated to keep watch over her precious Elvis Presley. In 1946, when the future music artist Elvis Presley turned 11, he received a guitar from his mother as a birthday present. This happened after much persuasion from young Elvis, who initially had asked for a bicycle. Some accounts suggest that Elvis's mother, Gladys, was reluctant to buy him a bicycle due to her fear of injuries resulting from falls. Other sources claim that Elvis had wished for a rifle, but his mother was alarmed by the thought of it. Ironically, Elvis would later own several firearms, including 3 handguns, a machine gun, and even a shotgun. Regardless, Elvis became the owner of a guitar, which proved instrumental in shaping his career and identity. To help her son get started, Gladys arranged for some basic guitar lessons for Elvis from a local pastor. As Elvis progressively learned to play, he gradually lost some of his painful shyness. Despite having a tough childhood marked by loneliness and being an introvert, Elvis developed a passion for making music early on, particularly inspired by Mississippi Slim. At 12 years old, Elvis managed to impress Mississippi Slim during a performance, earning recognition from someone whom he deeply admired. However, this initial success did come with challenges. On one occasion, Elvis experienced severe stage fright while performing alongside Mississippi Slim. But true to form, Elvis returned the next week undeterred, receiving backup support from Slim. Thus, emboldened by encouragement, Elvis continued nurturing his innate musical talents, laying the groundwork for becoming a legendary figure in American music history. After saying goodbye to his classmates in Mississippi, Elvis Presley and his family moved to Memphis when he was in the 8th grade. As a farewell gesture, he performed for 30 minutes at Millam Junior High, singing "Leaf on a Tree" for his peers. At the time, some of his classmates saw his music as hillbilly, but the move to Memphis brought a significant change in his life. Lauderdale Courts, a public housing complex, became their new home, marking a turning point for Elvis. Here, he formed friendships and underwent a complete transformation in his school persona. From being shy and reserved, Elvis turned into a bold character who embraced eye-catching fashion styles. He started wearing dress pants featuring vibrant side stripes, paired them with bolero jackets, grew out his sideburns, and sported longer hair, making him stand apart from the crowd. While it gained him both admirers and critics among his fellow students, Elvis left an indelible impression on his classmates. Music City offered ample opportunities for aspiring musicians like Elvis, with various artists performing at Ellis Auditorium, ranging from jazz practitioners to blues singers, gospel groups, and country music dominating world. Memphis nurtured Elvis's musical talents. Despite facing occasional bullying and ridicule, Elvis earned respect and admiration from his peers due to his dedication to playing the instrument. By 1952, Elvis had become popular, dated several girls, and excelled in his guitar skills while continuing to build strong connections in his community. Eventually, financial stability led the Presleys to relocate to another apartment close to Lauderdale Courts, allowing Elvis to maintain established relationships and pursue his passion for music. Through his extraordinary talent and charismatic personality, Elvis managed to touch the lives of countless individuals around him. Elvis Presley's adult life was significantly shaped by his upbringing. Despite growing up in a financially strapped household, his parents gave him an abundance of love, which he poured into his music. Following his mother's passing, Elvis experienced a profound change. His life became marred by drug abuse, including opiates, sedatives, and barbiturates, although he steered clear of excessive drinking. Regrettably, these substances played a role in ending his reign as the entertainment king through a fatal heart attack and multiple drug overdoses. Priscilla, the sole woman he ever married, described Elvis as an incredible individual, generous, loving, and devoted. She couldn't think of anyone who doesn't hold positive feelings towards Elvis Presley. Even though Gladys, Elvis's mother, turned protective of her son during his later years, she had a valid reason, as viewers will discover in our video. It may come as a surprise that many speculate whether Elvis Presley had a twin brother. To delve deeper into Elvis's personal life, stay tuned for more intriguing revelations. Throughout his tumultuous journey, Elvis remained unwaveringly committed to entertaining audiences worldwide, leaving behind a lasting legacy. His impact transcends generations, captivating fans even today, decades after his untimely demise. Explore further to understand how this legendary figure navigated the complexities of fame, fortune, and family throughout his extraordinary career. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, is known for his distinctive appearance and enduring impact on the music industry. With his luxurious hair, carefully groomed sideburns, and captivating smile, he won over the hearts of countless fans. Even today, his music continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. Presley's magnetic personality can be traced back to his close relationship with his mother, Gladys. According to Priscilla, Elvis's wife, his mom was his one true love. This intense bond between mother and son surpassed typical familial relationships. Upon her passing, Elvis was devastated and struggled to come to terms with his loss. Inconsolable amidst his grief, he tearfully declared, "Goodbye, darling. We loved you. I lived my life for you. I loved you so much." Interestingly enough, two significant events marked the beginning of Elvis Presley's rise to superstardom, both related to his beloved mother. As he graduated from high school, he gifted her two special songs that served as birthday presents. These performances laid the groundwork for his future success, creating a path towards unparalleled fame. Unfortunately, this same fame ultimately led to his mother's untimely demise. Overwhelmed by the pressures accompanying her son's meteoric rise, she succumbed to the stress brought upon by his burgeoning career. The depth of emotion embedded in those early recordings reveals the profound connection between artist and inspiration, a testament to the transformative power of maternal love intertwined with artistic expression. Through these poignant recollections, we catch a glimpse into the soul of an icon whose legacy remains etched in our collective memory. Gladys Presley, mother of the legendary music artist Elvis Presley, struggled to cope with the sudden fame that her son experienced. She was raised in a modest background and found herself uncomfortable with the glitz and glamour that accompanied her son's success. Rather than basking in the limelight, Gladys preferred tending to her chickens outside their Graceland home or doing laundry while facing the disapproving stares of her neighbors. She often expressed her desire to return to their previous way of living before Elvis became famous, claiming that poverty was easier to handle than the unwanted attention that now plagued them. Unfortunately, Gladys developed a reliance on alcohol to help her manage the stress, which eventually led to hepatitis. Her health continued to decline until she suffered a fatal heart attack brought on by years of heavy drinking and liver damage. The news of Gladys' passing reached her son just after his return from Germany, where he was stationed during his military service. Fans around the world mourned the loss of the woman who played a crucial role in shaping one of the most influential musicians of all time. Despite her reservations towards fame, Gladys remained proud of her son's accomplishments and cherished every moment spent watching him grow into international stardom. Elvis Presley's love for his mother played a significant role in his relationship with Priscilla. He met Priscilla during his military service in Germany when she was just 14 years old. According to reports, Elvis found qualities in Priscilla that reminded him of his beloved mother, Gladys. This connection may have been part of the reason why he felt drawn to her and eventually decided to marry her. Their wedding took place on May 1, 1967, in Las Vegas, Nevada. Despite the 6-year age difference between them, Elvis and Priscilla seemed happy together, and they welcomed their daughter Lisa Marie into the world less than a year after their nuptials. However, despite initial appearances of marital bliss, cracks began to appear in their relationship over time. Priscilla started feeling stifled by Elvis's controlling behavior and growing dependence on prescription drugs. Meanwhile, Elvis struggled with the pressures of fame and maintaining a successful career while trying to balance his family life. These issues ultimately led to their separation, and the couple announced their decision to divorce in 1973. Their divorce was finalized on October 9 of that same year. Despite the challenges they faced, Elvis and Priscilla remained on good terms after their split. They continued to co-parent Lisa Marie, and Priscilla even served as a manager for Elvis's business affairs towards the end of his life. Although their marriage lasted only 6 years, its impact on both of their lives was undoubtedly significant. In the summer of 1954, the music industry was abuzz with the release of Elvis Presley's debut single, That's All Right. This breakthrough track marked the beginning of a musical revolution, as the young artist began to experiment with different genres and styles. Just 2 years later, in 1956, Elvis signed a recording contract with RCA Victor, releasing his eponymous freshman album to widespread critical acclaim. One of the standout tracks from this album was Heartbreak Hotel, which quickly became a massive hit for the music artist. So popular was the song that it earned Elvis his very first certified gold record, a remarkable achievement for someone so early in their career. With this newfound success came increased exposure, and Elvis found himself making frequent television appearances to perform his hits. It was during one such appearance that Elvis truly cemented his status as a cultural icon. Performing his newest single Hound Dog on The Milton Berle Show, the music artist introduced the world to his now legendary hip-thrusting dance moves. This provocative display sparked immediate controversy, with many critics lambasting the performance as vulgar and inappropriate. Yet despite the backlash, Elvis remained unapologetic, a testament to his confidence and charisma as a performer. Throughout his career, the music artist has courted controversy time and again, yet this never seemed to dampen public enthusiasm for his work. Indeed, even as detractors sought to discredit him, Elvis continued to sell records in staggering quantities. To date, he has moved over 1 billion units worldwide, a feat few other artists can claim. And while his unique blend of rock and roll, country, and rhythm, and blues may have raised eyebrows in some quarters, there's no denying its enduring appeal. From his humble beginnings in Tupelo, Mississippi, to his meteoric rise to superstardom, Elvis Presley remains one of the most influential figures in modern music history. His groundbreaking sound, captivating stage presence, and undeniable talent continue to resonate with audiences around the globe, ensuring his place among the pantheon of true greats. Even today, decades after his untimely passing, this classic artist's impact can still be felt echoing through the halls of the entertainment industry. A lasting tribute to an extraordinary